All right, guys, so next Tuesday, we're going to be doing a webinar on Listing Booster, and we're going to explain how agents, by keeping their properties off of Zillow, is going to lead to more borrowers for them and actually a better situation for the seller. This is a great strategy for loan officers to share with their real estate agent partners and real estate agents alike. You know what we're also going to do? We've got a couple of great FSBO strategies with Listing Booster, some that you're working with, and some that I'm working with. We're going to share those with you as well. And this is great, by the way, for real estate agents. FSBOs, great for real estate agents?
Yes.
Check it out. Click the Listing Booster banner right down below. All right, so PHH has officially dropped its appeal against the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's one director structure as being unconstitutional. Now, you may recall that PHH fought the CFPB, claiming that then Director Cordray didn't have the right to increase their $3 million fine arbitrarily by $106 million just because he disagreed with the court's ruling. I mean, do you remember that?
I do.
I mean, seriously, the courts are going, okay, you're guilty, and here's $3 million you got to pay. And then you got the prosecutor over there going, no, Judge, no way at all. They had to increase it by $106 million. That would be like Marcia Clark going over to Judge Ito and saying, I'm sorry, OJ is guilty. He's going to do some time. I mean, this is just totally crazy stuff.
Anyway, then PHH appealed and said that Cordray didn't have the right to arbitrarily increase the fine because the role of director at the CFPB is unconstitutional.
You're right.
So the courts came back and said, we're not going to address this. And then PHH had a smaller fine. And now PHH has decided to quit pushing the one director model and is not going to file another appeal. So the PHH versus the CFPB case is officially dead in the water.
But don't you wish they would just keep fighting this thing for a little bit longer? Now, here's the reason why, Frank. If right now they fought it, if PHH fought, they would actually be able to call the director of the CFPB, Mick Mulvaney, as a witness to the unconstitutional nature of the Bureau.
Wow.
This would be the first case in the history of the world where both the prosecution and the defense would be 100% completely fighting for the prosecution to win. I mean, if you can't win that case where all arguments on both sides are to show the unconstitutional nature of the Bureau, then why would you ever fight this damn thing in the first place? We need to strike a blow here.
All right, so PHH, you went from a hero to zero with this move.
You found my vital nerve.
Check this out. Did you guys know if you live in North Carolina, Alabama, Delaware, Nevada, Oklahoma, South Carolina, most of Texas, West Virginia, or Wisconsin, you can have and own an actual tiger or a lion for a pet.
Like a cat, like a giant cat.
Yeah, like you could buy a house or your neighbor could buy a house and get a pet mountain lion. Yeah, and you don't even need a license. I mean, your dog needs a license, but not your pet Bengal tiger. Does that bother you?
Here's what I'm thinking. The states that you say, I'm pretty sure all have liberal gun laws.
More than likely.
So you can have lots of guns and lots of tigers and lions.
Right.
And this isn't a joke here. This is not a joke, okay? All right, but you're saying no. You're saying no, right? That it doesn't bother you because, well, nobody's really got any lions or cheetahs or anything like that, right?
Right. Well, check this out. There are more privately owned tigers in the state of Texas alone than actually live in the wild. This is in Texas alone.
All right, there's 3,000 tigers living in the wild right now. There's more than that in Texas, and there are over 20,000 large cats living in private captivity in the United States. Yes, you heard me right. 3,000 tigers in the wild, 20,000 big cats living in your neighbor's house in this country alone. It's not even close.
Get this, since 1990, more children have been killed or injured by captive big cats in Texas than any other state.
Now, Texas laws, they need to prevent people from keeping dangerous animals in their backyards and their basements, right?
Okay.
That's what they need to do.
Okay. Can't we all agree that we should ban tigers before we ban guns? Ow, that's a hard... Let us have it. Let us have it.
If you're going to ban some, ban a tiger.
Oh, anyway, go ahead. Here's the question.
So here's the question. All right. Your neighbor puts his house on the market. All right. And then a seemingly nice family buys the house. They move in. Yeah. 5 days later, you hear this deep guttural roar in the backyard of your neighbor. You peek over the fence, and you see a 900-pound fully grown African lion in a cage.
Nice.
What are you going to do about it? The reason I'm asking is, Frank, I saw a documentary on it.
Yeah.
And it was about this giant lion, and he's running down a freeway in Ohio, and this guy, just a guy, had 6 lions.
Goodness.
6 lions in his backyard. So, what are you going to do? Because this is more common than anybody thinks. Remember, 20,000 large, man-mauling capable cats living in Bubba's house somewhere.
In a neighborhood near you.
Right.
Unemployment is under 4% for the first time since 2000.
Boom.
That's 18 years ago, people.
That's a long time.
That means even though rates dropped a smidge last week, don't hold your breath. And also means further demand on our limited inventory, thus pushing values and rents even higher.
Yeah. And one last point on this here, guys. If you truly want to understand how much of an inventory epidemic that we currently have right now, watch our show from last Friday. It explains what's really at issue and what we need to do about it.
You can just go to thenationalrealestatepost.com if you're watching us on Facebook to catch that there.
Yeah.
You guys have a fabulous day. Great to see you. Brian's going to be traveling for a few days. You're going to get mwah!
If you're in Austin, Texas, you want to hook up, hit me up on Facebook.
There you go. Hit him up on Facebook. Have a good one. Forward, share, subscribe. Catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.
QAnon.
Bye.
QAnon. Later.